They're sharing.
mo kẹ́yìn èèyàn wa pé a máa tún káàárọ̀ a tún káàbọ̀ sí orí ìkànnì wa tí a ti dára wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nípa reasons tí Yorùbá ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ dá dúró. Mo fẹ́ kí a tó jọ gbé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan yẹ̀wò tí ó máa ń jẹyọ látara àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn èèyàn máa ń send sínú groups àtàwọn nǹkan míì tá a máa ń gbọ́. So mo kí èèyàn wa pé a tún káàárọ̀ ní gbogbo ibikíbi tí ẹ bá ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Bẹ́ ṣe ń wọlé ohun tẹ́ lè ṣe fún wa náà ni pé kẹ́ bá wa gbé ọwọ́ lé share button, kẹ́ bá wa share program wa. A ṣe ń set up lọ́wọ́ àìtí connect gbogbo platforms wa, but hopefully within the next few minutes connect gbogbo platforms wa ní kíákíá. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. Yoruba nation, no going back. Yoruba nation for life. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àṣeyọrí la máa ṣe, àní ṣe àṣetì láyé wa. Àjọ délẹ̀ lérí lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ó láwọn ìbéèrè táwọn èèyàn ń béèrè tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwa tí àjọ gbé Yorùbá nation dání tí mo fẹ́ kí àjọ tún gbé yẹ̀wò ní àárọ̀ yìí. Orúkọ mi náà ni OLAYOMI KOIKI tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ sí Koikimedia. Iléeṣẹ́ wa náà ló ń pè ní Koikimedia, níbi tí a ti ń gbé information jáde, tí a ti ń engage, tí a dẹ̀ ti ń fi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àlàyé láti fi ń yẹra wa pé kí ni solution àti pé ta ni a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ fún pé a fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà lára àwọn tí a jọ ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá. Ta lẹni náà? Ìyẹn ni mo fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n bá mi dá sí ní àárọ̀ yìí, torí wọ́n ní in tó bá yéèyàn èèyàn máa lọ bèrè ni. In tí ò dẹ̀ yé mi náà mo fi wá bèrè láàárọ̀ yìí, torí gbogbo nǹkan kan náà ni ó máa yé wa. Bóyá ó tún lè yé ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ju àwa lọ. Ìdí tí mo ṣe gbé wá báyìí nìyẹn. So ẹ bá mi gbọ́wọ́ lé share button kí a lè máa wọnú ètò yẹn lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀, nítorí pé kò sí àsìkò rárá, kò sí time. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní time is money, especially ní abroad. Time is literally money. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó gbọ́dọ̀ fi time ṣòfò tó bá ń gbé nílùú òyìnbó. Àgbo ló fi ṣiṣẹ́. So mo kẹ́yìn yẹn wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. I say good morning and welcome to the transmission. While we are still about to kickstart, kákọ̀ sáré máa fi lé tá a bá ń play, kákọ̀ máa fi remind ara wa, torí a máa ń gbàgbé, ẹ mọ̀ pé èèyàn ni wá, a máa ń gbàgbé pé wàhálà ti wà láàrin wa. Mo ń bọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé lé.
I told you the last time that you tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, the Yoruba indigene, mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. I want to talk to you all. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí n bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. And I want you to listen and accept what I'm about to say. Wọ́n náà ti bà abúlé yín, wọ́n ti gbà tán. I said they are already usurping you from your villages all over Yoruba state. Ní Ogun state. In Ogun state. Ọ̀ṣun state. Ọ̀ṣun state. Ondo state. Ondo state. Anambra state. Even Anambra state. Gbogbo àwọn ilẹ̀ Igbo wọ̀nyẹn. Even the Igbo lands as well. Àwọn wọ̀nyí ti wọ̀. People are already entering those places. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gba gbogbo ẹ̀. And they are already overtaking you people in your various states. Èyí tá à ń sọ yìí sí. What we are saying right now. Kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn o. This is not about religion. Christian. Whether you're a Christian. Muslim. Or you're a Muslim. Àwọn adájọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. And we are Yoruba traditional worshippers. Àsìkò tá a gbọ́dọ̀ kó ẹ̀sìn wa papọ̀ nìyí. This is time we must band together. Láti jà fún àwọn ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. To fight for our fathers so that they don't overtake us in it. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó fi ẹ̀sìn gba ilẹ̀ wa o. Don't let them use religion take over our land. Gbogbo abúlé tó ń gbà l'Ondo state yẹn. All those villages they've taken over in Ondo state. wọ́n pa Muslim, wọ́n pa Christian. When they wanted to kill, they killed Christian and Muslim alike. Ilẹ̀ náà jà fún kìí ṣe ẹ̀sìn. They are fighting for the land. They are not fighting for religion. Ẹ̀sìn náà kàn gbá wọlé o. They are just coming through the lens of religion. So mo sọ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n Yorùbá. But I'm telling you all Yoruba people, please be prepared. Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Nigerians at large. Ẹ múra dáadáa. Please be well prepared. Wọ́n má bàa gba ilẹ̀ yìí o. So that they don't take you away from your father's land. Wọ́n á pè gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba. And calling onto the royalties in Yoruba land. Ọ̀ọ́ni ọ̀fífẹ́. Your Ọ̀ọ́ni ọ̀fífẹ́, the imperial majesty. Kábíyèsí kádé pẹ́ lórí rẹ̀. Kábíyèsí, we greet you, sir. Ẹ dá sí o. Please talk about this. Aláàfin tuntun tó ṣẹ̀ jẹ, ẹ dá sí o. The new Aláàfin, please talk about this. Ẹ̀yin ọba Ondo, ẹ dá sí o. Kings in Ondo State. Ẹ̀yin ọba Ọ̀ṣun Ọ̀yọ́, Lagos State, ẹ dá sí o. The kings in Lagos, Ọ̀yọ́, Oshun, please talk about this. Because when the war overwhelms us, we will not be able to do anything about it. Personally, I'm ready for war. I told you the last time that you fortify yourself. Some people will say, why will a pastor utter that kind of statement? Please go and fortify yourself. Because when war comes, I will drop my Bible. I will go and fight for my father's land. When the Christianity came into Nigeria, 1842. It came in 1842. That was when it came in. And the first person to compile the Bible, his name is Williams. They killed him on the 6th, 1536. They burnt him. He was lynched. The person that compiled the Bible for us. So don't let us put religion into our culture for fight for our father's land. I will fortify myself and I'll be a leader. And if you can fortify people, fortify them. We will fight that war. I will drop my Bible because of my father's land. Because the Bible says it. Hebrews 6 verse 1. It says, set aside the teachings of Christ and let us do what is complete. We will now put it aside. Let's fight for our father's land. And we tell Jesus to help us. To help us in the war for our father's land. That's what we are going to do.
Mokiwa, say good morning and welcome to the conversation. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ìbí wa, ká gbéga, ká gbéga, ká gbéga fálérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ̀ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Èmi ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Wow, good morning and welcome to another Yoruba Nation Self-Determination Campaign Awareness Program. Mokiwa tí mo fi kíkí gbogbo ìtòlúkálukú wa bá ń sìn tí mo fi kí wa. Láì yọ ẹnìkankan sílẹ̀, mo kí wa pé a tún káàbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí sórí ìkànnì wa tí a ń pè ní Koikimedia. This is where conversation tó deep tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ìrìn àjò Yorùbá Nation. This is where we discuss it. mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí bàbá wa Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè, mo torí bàbá látorí bàbá mo kí Ẹmọ̀lá, mo kí bàbá wa Ìgbòho-òòṣà, mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ bàbá fún wa tí wọ́n jáde pé on the self-determination ní ká dúró lé lórí. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìyá wa náà, mo wá kí gbogbo àwa tí a jẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ àti àwa tí a jẹ́ followers tí a gbà fún pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró. Mo sọ kankan ní I believe 2 days ago, even though ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn màá tún repeat again. Ẹ má bínú, mo fẹ́ record as I do all the time. Torí voice note nígbà míì ó máa ń move ju video lọ, because a dúpẹ́ pé wọ́n ní voice note wa ó ń dé gbogbo ibi tí a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó dé. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí at exactly 1:54 a.m. Èní ní 21st of April 2025. A jẹ́ Easter Monday, if I'm right. So we are still in that holiday mode. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a kú ìsinmi òní, àdẹ̀kù weekend fáwa tí weekend ti kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wa. Àwọn kan weekend ṣì wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọn, àwọn tó wà ní America, Canada and countries, while some of us àti wà ní Monday the 21st láti ilé iṣẹ́ wa, láti kànnì wa tí à ń pè ní Koikimedia. Òun náà ni àtútù jáde láti dára wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe máa ń ṣe. So mo kí wa pé káàárọ̀, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ dẹ̀ wà nírọ̀lẹ́, mo kí ẹ̀yin náà. A ní a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation, pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró. Àti ṣe quite a lot of awareness. My question tí àwọn èèyàn ń béèrè, and it's because maybe àwọn tí wọ́n ń béèrè yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ èsì náà la ṣe jáde báyìí. The first question is, can we get Yoruba nation without Ọọ̀ni of Ife and Aláàfin and àtàwọn ọba tó kù? Ṣó possible pé a lè gba Yoruba nation without them? That's number one. Number two, ṣé ó possible pé a lè gba Yoruba nation without the politicians? Ṣó possible pé a lè gba Yoruba nation without Gani Adams, Iba Gani Adams? I want us to listen carefully. The argument of some of our Yoruba people is that it will be extremely difficult fún Bàbá Akíntóyè to go ahead and do what is necessary. We can't achieve Yoruba nation until these individuals are involved. Mo wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní làákàyè, can we get into a Yoruba independent country without Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, and all the other paramount Yoruba kings? Is it possible? Is it possible we can't gba country without them? Let me start from this angle. Kí ni purpose tá a ṣe fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation? What is the reason tí a ṣe sọ pé a fẹ́ gba country, a fẹ́ exit from the current situation tá a wà nú ẹ̀ and move to something to identify ourselves as Yoruba people? What is the reason? And I believe, if I'm very clear, as many of us, I will give us some of those reasons again tonight. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí ìjókòó. Ẹ bá mi gbọ́ ìbéèrè tí mo béèrè. A jọ fi làákàyè gbé kalẹ̀. We have many kings across Yoruba land, láti Kwara títí dé Lagos State. A ní many different Obas. But can we go ahead and have a Yoruba country with their support or without their support? Ǹjẹ́ ó possible pé we can go ahead and have our independent Yoruba country with or without the support of all the kings and Obale Yoruba? Is that possible? Is it possible that under the leadership of Baba Akintoye, we can go ahead and have our independent country tí àwọn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ọba endorse tọ́dẹ̀ supported? Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, why would our kings be the obstacle to something that only meaning fún àwa? We have our Obas that knows far better the history of the Yoruba people than me and you. But kí ni reason tí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ endorse it down? Do we wait for the Obas until táwọn bá agree or align or accept pé kí Yorùbá kó pull out kó tó di pé Yorùbá di independent country? Do we need to wait for them? Ṣé a gbọ́dọ̀ dúró de àwọn ọba wa because of the respect and the ọmọlúàbíes? Let me start from the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Gani Adams. the Yoruba people does not need him to endorse or support the independence of Yoruba people before we can forge ahead and have a full declaration of a Yoruba country. We do not need him to accept that the Yoruba must become an independent country. He is well informed and aware that there is a movement for the Yoruba people to exit Nigeria. It is his own prerogative láti support pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró. Tí Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò bá rí pé a lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti dá dúró, kó dẹ̀ lè jáde officially kó announce pé àwọn endorse and support it. We don't have to wait for his blessing before Baba Akintoye can forge ahead and have Yoruba people pull out of Nigeria. We don't need his blessing. If tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́, he, as a Yoruba man, believe that the Yoruba people have what it takes to be an independent country, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ṣe alábòde fún Yoruba, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò should have led this movement from the day one. But he has never been a straightforward person. Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò has never been straightforward when it comes to pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró. He's always skeptical. Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn smooth. I was in many interviews that he has granted from the beginning of the movement, and he was not sure of himself. And that has proven to many reasons why we cannot even guarantee that it can rescue Yoruba people from many atrocities tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkùnlé wọn ní Ondo State. Wọ́n ti lo the previous Aláàfin fi parọ́ pé àwọn ń dúró kó ṣígun fún àwọn. Bóyá the new Aláàfin máa ṣígun fún wọn, we are waiting. By that time, wọ́n ti pa many Yoruba people tán. So, we have already taken him out of the picture. No matter how the status of that Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò is as useless as tissue paper, kò ní meaning. Ipò yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá léde yìí o, pẹ̀lú gbogbo atrocity tí Fúlàní ṣe fún wa, tí àdẹ̀ rẹni tó lè ṣígun fún wọn, kò ní meaning. Ó lè ní meaning lọ́la tó bá ṣípá àtújáde padà pé ààrẹ ta sọ lánàá pé kò ṣípá o, àwọn ti wá rí signal pé ó ti wà lójú ogun, ó ń bá wa ṣípá. Ṣé mi tí mo jẹ́ mídíà ni máa wọnú igbó lọ, ni máa lọ bá Fúlàní jà nígbà tí wọ́n gbé o tó gbé the generalismo tó gbé fún Gani Adams? Ṣé mi ni máa jáde ni máa lọ bá Fúlàní jà? Ṣé mi ló yẹ kí n lọ kọjú fún Fúlàní? Iṣẹ́ tèmi ni pé kí n report atrocity Fúlàní, kí Gani Adams kó jáde kó lọ attack Fúlàní on our behalf. But he failed. So why then do we need somebody like that to support whether we will have an independent Yoruba nation? That position is not valid for people like us now. Wọ́n ti prove that position because ìtàn sọ fún wa pé many years back, that position is a position tí wọ́n máa ń gbógun lọ bá àwọn enemy Yorùbá jà ní. Ààrẹ has not proven that to us yet. I put his own on the side. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọba. A máa ń gbọ́ ní gbogbo ìgbà pé àwọn ọba wa olóṣèlú ló fi wọ́n síbẹ̀, olóṣèlú ló fi wọ́n síbẹ̀. tó olóṣèlú bá wá fi wọ́n síbẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé olóṣèlú wà against Yorùbá nation, ṣé ọba náà máa wá wà in support of Yorùbá nation? ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. à ń sọ pé àwọn kan ló lo influence tó fi àwọn ọba tí à ń rí níbẹ̀ léèní síbẹ̀. Are we now going to sit back knowing fully well that the obstacle, one of the biggest obstacle tí Yorùbá nation ò ṣe tètè dé Yorùbá nation léèní òun làwọn olóṣèlú, and that comes from Bola Tinubu all the way down to every single one of them. So ọmọ Yorùbá tó wá ṣe ń sọ fún àwa nísìnyí pé ká lọ consult àwọn ọba wa pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation, ta ló sọ fẹ́yìn pé wọ́n ti consult gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? káwọn ọba kọ́ ṣe fídíò jáde kọ́ sọ fún wa pé wọ́n ti sọ fún àwọn pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ, kí gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kọ́ release statement láàárọ̀ la pé Koiki parọ́ mọ́ àwọn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá o, pé kò sọ́ba kankan tó wà officially in aware pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ. mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ ẹ káàbọ̀, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. aago 2 ó kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 9 láti iléeṣẹ́ wa ní Koikimedia. Stage tí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation dé, mo sọ ní ìjẹta, a lot of people are
disgruntled.
mo fẹ́ wá Yorùbá meaning ni
Disgruntled.
but meaning ẹ̀ tó lè yé mi àti ẹni pé they are angry and they are dissatisfied. àwọn tó bá dẹ̀ wà angry tó wà dissatisfied, wọ́n máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan láti fẹ́ discredit pé Yorùbá nation tó gbé dání yìí o scam ni, irọ́ ló fi pa, pé kò lè gbé wọn dé anywhere nítorí pé àìtí lọ sọ fún Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ, àìtí lọ sọ fún Aláàfin pé Yorùbá máa lọ, àìdẹ̀tí lọ sọ fún Àwùjalẹ̀ àti Aláké àtàwọn tó wà lẹ́kìtì àti wọ́n wà ní káàkiri bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àti ọba Èkó àtọba kékeré àtọba ńlá àti baálẹ̀ pé ó ti wá àwọn Yorùbá o pé kó dá dúró. kò sí ọba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí kò wà wẹ́ẹ̀ èyí tí bàbá Akíntóyè ń jà fún àti tí àwa tá a tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn, tí olóyè náà jẹ́ kan lára àwọn tó tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn. olóyè kan ló gbé Yorùbá nation dání, bàbá Akíntóyè ló gbé Yorùbá nation dání tí gbogbo wa tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn. Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè, the leader of the Yoruba nation, ló gbé Yorùbá nation dání táwa fi tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn. ìtàn ní gbogbo tó lúkálukú yín bá ń sọ nípa pé bàbá yẹn bákan lọ ṣe selected bákan lọ ṣe elected, story for the gods nìyẹn. in tá à ń béèrè nísìn ni pé ṣé gbogbo wọn ò tí wà informed in the last 5 years tí a ti ń ṣe Yorùbá nation? so ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò sí ọba kankan tó wà aware pé Yorùbá nation campaign ń go on. wọ́n dá sí i nítorí pé gbogbo wọn prepare Tinubu kó di president. They all sat back and look away. Only maybe very tiny proportion of them. Tabade mamu tiny, à ń lọ mú bàbá ọba Bariga yẹn tó ní ìdílé òun olóyè làwọn ṣe fún, and some others like that. But Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ àti the previous Aláàfin never said anything nípa ìrìnàjò Yorùbá nation. èmi mọ̀ tí Aláàfin sọ, it is not for public consumption. But all I can say is that some of them regret that they could have done better, especially on the case of into lead sí Ìgbòho àti Bàbá Akíntóyè tó fi di pé wọ́n ń gbé lẹ́yìn odi. Because kò sẹ́ni tó mọ Bàbá Akíntóyè within the Yoruba land, within the part of Yoruba territory, in and outside, kò sí ọba kan tó máa nóhùn mọ Bàbá Akíntóyè. But the fact remains is that tẹ́nì kọ̀ọ̀kan bá ń sọ fún wa pé a gbọ́dọ̀ gbàṣẹ lẹ́nu ọba kan ká tó gba Yorùbá nation, ẹ sọ fún ọba yẹn pé kó kọ́kọ́ gbàṣẹ lẹ́nu politician, because àwọn tí wọ́n ò lè lo àṣẹ wọn until tí politician bá fún wọn ní go ahead, àwa náà ò lè dúró káwọn ọba yẹn fún wa ní go ahead. Táwa bá ti gba Yorùbá nation, àgbé àṣẹ lé wọn lọ́wọ́ padà. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tá gbé dání ó máa le tàbá jáde fúnra lé o. It's going to be a different ball game entirely. There is still room for dialogue to lead to the exit of the Yoruba people. But tẹ́ bá ń jókòó sínú palace yín, tẹ́ ń fi àwọn olóṣèlú lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pé tí Yorùbá nation rally bá bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ pẹ̀tù sí wọn lọ́kàn, it might not work anymore. Many of you are just angry and dissatisfied human beings, whether from the palace, politicians, and those that do not want a better future for Yoruba. So, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ agbẹnusọ fáwọn ọba àtàwọn olóṣèlú, àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ puppet tí ẹ máa ń béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè tí kò fẹ́ ní làákàyè, àwọn ọba tí wọ́n wà relevant as much as we can say within Yoruba land today. Àwọn ọba yẹn lẹ́yìn wá sọ fáwa pé a gbọ́dọ̀ lọ gbàṣẹ lẹ́nu wọn kí a tó declare Yoruba nation. It might not be like that. Ẹ má bínú, kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. It will not work like that. Ṣé rí in tí wọ́n fi dá sílẹ̀, òun ni ìjà tí kò fi ní tán lẹ̀, and we are trying to avoid a fight between the Yoruba people. It will not be necessary. We attacked all the Obas at the beginning of the movement until we were called back and said, no, we were attacking them back to back. We bóyá tá bá ń gbà sí fún wọn wá gbọ́n kan tá ń sọ. But àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ leaders wa sọ pé títí dé olóyè Ìgbòho pé no, that is not the right solution. The right solution is to dialogue. And mo lè jókòó síbí báyìí kí n sọ fún yín pé a lot of all the Obas, visitation have been done to them in the last 5 years. Private visitation from those that Baba Akíntóyè put together láti lọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. In tó sọ, I don't know. I am not privy to that, but I am aware. We should not be worried too much about what can happen, because what would happen would happen. Shere Itemani, how do you want to get out of Nigeria because àwọn tá a fẹ́ jáde kúrò látàrẹ̀, they are powerful human beings. They were never powerful until we made them to be powerful. Àwa la sọ wọ́n di powerful people. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n wà powerful. Go back and look at the history of every individual that are being part and parcel of the present, the past of politics within Nigeria. None of them were powerful before. This movement has gone past the stage of no going back. Àti kọjá stage yẹn. Àti kọjá stage pé èèyàn kan máa sọ fún wa pé until tẹ́ bá lọ bá Ọbásanjọ́ la máa tó gba country wa. Until tẹ́ bá lọ bá Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ la máa tó gba country wa. Gbogbo stage yẹn kò sí nínú picture it of the movement anymore. Àti fún wọn ní the best respect for them to have taken that privilege to endorse and support officially. But for the fact that we have told some of us many times that àwọn bá kan wà in support lábẹ́lẹ̀, which is true. But I can sit here and tell you that the majority of them have not yet confirmed that they are in support. Majority of them. And the reason for that is because àwọn ṣì ń fi politics against the Yoruba wishes. Àwọn balẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ń lo politics tí kò serve interest ọmọ Yorùbá against the new interest of the Yoruba people. Kódà bó jẹ́ èèyàn 1,000 ló bá ti sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, that must be respected and deliberated and dialogue. Àwa ṣe gbé lọ sí bigger forum. Ó jẹ́ kí palace kankan in the last 5 years, ó jẹ́ kó ti ṣe town hall meeting pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ, but ǹjẹ́ gbọ́ palace kan rí bó ṣe town hall meeting rí? Ǹjẹ́ gbọ́ látijọ́ ta ti gbé Yorùbá nation dání pé palace kan ó wá ní kó lọ lu aago níta o pé tó bá dijọ́ Saturday o a máa jókòó a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé ṣé ó ṣì wùn àwa ọmọ Yorùbá ká sì máa wà nínú Nàìjíríà àbí ká exit Nàìjíríà? None of them played that role. Because they were in bed with all the politicians. It's a very painful thing that I'm talking tonight, that àwọn ọba tí ó jẹ́ kó fún wa ní that guarantee tí ó lè help wa with the United Nations, tó lè help wa with the European Union, tó lè help wa with many countries around the world. Because of their status, they lost that, and we could not gain any guarantee from them. Now, where does our guarantee lies on now? Níbo la máa gbé guarantee wa sí nísìn? Our guarantee is with our Creator and we, the people that believe in Yoruba nation. If we dare fail to move, it will be one of the biggest setback and disaster in the history of Yoruba people. Adelimari Shemolaye. Taba fail ìgbésẹ̀ tá ń gbé lọ yìí, tí mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Elédùmarè ò ní jẹ́ ká fail. Ọlọ́run ọba ò ní jẹ́ ká fail. It will be the end of pé Yorùbá máa dá dúró. You will never see any kind of energy and the strength tí 1,000 people tó believe in this movement tó ti wà involved. And I just cap it as 1,000, but multiply that by 6 digits. And you will realize that we're talking about close to 10 million Yoruba people. at least, both from the diaspora àti ẹni tó wà nílé. If we have 50 million Yoruba people that are against Yoruba people, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ nǹkan síta pé kí ni reason táwọn ṣe ń fẹ́ nǹkan síta tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí làákàyè ọmọ Yorùbá ṣí pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà, ẹ̀tàn ló wà níbẹ̀. Because ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tí à ń sọ fún tí kò yé kò ń ṣojú lásán, àwa ti mọ̀ yẹn already. Kí nǹkan tó ká lójú èèyàn pé in tí wọ́n ń sọ yìí òtítọ́ ni, ó máa take time fún àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀, and we can no longer stay and wait for everybody until they understand the reason why Yoruba needs to stand on its own. Many of our people are unhappy, annoyed, and disappointed that a new breed of Yoruba people have stand to the neck of everybody, including the international community. The international community will face their own. We have proven it in London. I don't think some of you know what we did in UK in October. That video will be used by CNN, Al Jazeera, when we are finally out in that Yoruba land. They will put that video. Oh, I know one already. It's in their archive. But because they do not want to publicize it too much, to create a conscious awareness to the outside world, that is the reason why the final straw to break the camel is for us to shut down the Southwest for the rally. That is the camel. That will seal anybody from moving as they like, because Ọba kan ní lè jáde anyhow kúrò ní palace wọn. They will remain in their palace. Wá dẹ̀ máa gbúrò pé Yorùbá wà níta tó ń demand fún Yorùbá nation. And kọ́ wá sọ fún wa nígbà yẹn pé àwọn ò tún gbọ́ mọ́. Tó bá náà wọn gbọ́ Yorùbá nation in the last 5 years, we will prove that to them when we all come out for the rally. So you can see that this rally, ó fẹ́ mú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan jáde, especially those of you that are still doubting and talking and saying ṣé rally ló máa fún wa ní country wa. Don't expect any Obas, don't expect any Afeniferes, don't expect any of our billionaires, millionaires tó jọmọ Yorùbá to endorse a country that we want. We would have to compel them into believing in it. Ètò bá mú Britain to force wa sínú Nigeria, we might have to also force people back into where we used to be before Nigeria, because we were all forced into Nigeria. Àfi force ara wa jáde, ẹni tí ó dẹ̀ máa tẹ̀lé wa is either they accept it or not. It does not matter, because that Nigeria that you are using right now, we were all forced to be using that Nigeria. It is not our wish, because wish we are calling it is the wish of the Europeans, that is Britain. Britain wish ni kò ń ṣe wish itawa. And all these is well known across every part of Yoruba land. Ẹnì kankan tó bá ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn ọmọ kankan nípa Yorùbá, àwọn ọmọ bí Yorùbá ṣe jẹ́, gbogbo yẹn irọ́ ni. Kò sẹ́ni tí kò mọ bí Yorùbá ṣe jẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo ọlẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Let me give you a bit of history of Yoruba people. The PDF ó wà lórí website wa koikimedia.com/yoruba-document-files. Fẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ PDF ìwé Baba Akintoye tẹ́ fi ra the proper copy, which is £100. Baba Akintoye said, and I quote, "I started to sketch the outline of this book in 1978. My objective in writing this book is to place in the hands Atele Owo Omo Yoruba people, students of Yoruba and African history, and in the hands of the general readers, anybody tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀wé yìí, elucide and when we say the word lucid,
lucid,
L-U-C-I-D,
lucid,
expressing clearly and easy to understand. Ṣé ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò tí understand ìyàtọ̀ pé Yorùbá fi dá dúró àti pé Yorùbá wà ní Nàìjíríà? I am very sure all our Obas understand.
lucid,
We have stated it clearly that this movement will not be a bloodshed. This movement will go ahead as a non-violent. We will not attack the military. We will not attack the police. We will not attack the government. But we will be out on the street of Yoruba land, and we have every right to be. And that is why every details of this movement has been analyzed, discussed, explained fún the least Ọmọ Yorùbá kó lè ní a better grasp, understanding of the reason why the Yoruba people have no more right to remain as one Nigeria. But if any Yoruba is now against it, then there's likely going to be clash between us and them. And that should be avoided. But nígbà tí àwọn tó jẹ́ kó avoid pé kí clash kó má wá sáyé, àwọn gangan ló wà behind it. Some of them are the kings, the politicians, and our allies. They refuse to make Yoruba to be the chosen noble path to his noble goal. Let's go back again to what Baba Akintoye said. History of the Yoruba people. Is a long history, and we are grateful that this man used all his life to prepare something that can be used for the next 10,000 years. Nílò òyìnbó kankan kó wá sọ history wa fún wa. Professor Adebanji Akintoye has proven, and it is entirely up to every one of us to have a copy. Tó o bá lè ra the hard copy, you must look for the PDF and keep it on your device. Kẹ́ máa fi kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yín nínú ilé. Let me give you some of the content. The beginning, the development of the early Yoruba society before Oduduwa, Ife, in the 9th to 10th century. I don't think some of you understand the meaning of the 9th and the 10th century. Àwọn kan ló gbé nígbà yẹn tó ń pera wọn ní ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwa kan wá ní sínú pé ká padà sí bí ó ṣe ń bẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí. Ẹ̀yin kan wá ní ẹwà against ẹ̀, ẹ wá ní kò ní mú jà dání. How that is going to happen, I am still trying as much as possible to not push pé ọ̀rọ̀ ìjà máa wà láàrin ẹ̀. Because àwọn tó wà ní that early stage of the 9th, the 10th century, the 19th century, bí ìgbà kábà ní a sọ pé nǹkan 10th century káwá add 9 mọ́ ó di 19, that means pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti exist before the 19th century tó wá ṣẹ̀sọ́ ní Nàìjíríà. The primary, the revolution of Ife, that was from the 10th to the 11th century. Ẹni tó kọ̀wé yìí náà ni Bàbá Akíntóyè. Àwa ṣe wọ́n sọ pé a máa dúró kí olóṣèlú kan kó wá ṣàlàyé fún wa pé Nàìjíríà la gbọ́dọ̀ kú sí. Ìjà máa wà gan-an. Take care if not taken. Kó jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kó jẹ́ kó wọnú serious dialogue. Ó sì máa padà dénú dialogue, but ó lè mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ gan, and people will be held accountable for such, and those that will be held accountable will be the politicians and our kings. If many blood of the Yoruba people are spilled, our kings and the politicians would have to take the full responsibility. The primacy of Ife, 11th to the 15th century. 15th century yẹn ni àwọn Portuguese ṣẹ̀dé, àti ń ṣayé, àti ń exist kí àwọn Portuguese tó dé ní 15th century. Traditions of the kingdom founders, the kingdoms of the Yoruba land. These are content of the book. The politics of kingdom rule, the kingdoms and the economy, the kingdoms and the economy part 2, the frontier effect, the great Oyo Empire, the fall of the Oyo Empire, Yoruba land in the 19th century, that is ìgbà táwọn Britain táwọn náà rí pé ilẹ̀ yìí ní ọ̀rá, ó ní nǹkan tó àwọn lè máa fi ṣayé kó lè máa tọ́jú ìlú tàwọn. Wọ́n bá ní Yoruba land, wọ́n convert sí Nàìjíríà kó tó máa lọ. Àwọn ní ká padà sí bó ṣe wà ní Yoruba land, àwọn kan wá ní ó dìgbà tá bá lọ consult àwọn ọba kan, and I'm trying not to disrespect our kings because we love them so much. But they failed every one of us. In tá à ń ṣe àwọn gan ló yẹ kó máa ṣe, kò ń ṣàwà. Àwa kọ́ máa fọwọ́ kún wọn ni, just like bá ṣe ń ṣe pẹ̀lú Bàbá Akíntóyè. But since tí wọ́n lè take responsibility wọn as ọba, Bàbá Akíntóyè ti ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Bàbá Akíntóyè ti wá pa àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó lè jẹ́ kí ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation kó bọ́ sí. This is fight to finish. If you are a Yoruba man or woman and you are still doubting Yoruba nation, to Twedan, this one will be different from the ones that you've ever witnessed before. This one, tan ṣe lọ yìí, ẹ máa ní ẹ̀rí irú ẹ̀rí. Yoruba land in the 19th century, other agencies of change. Number 16, the Yoruba diaspora. Number 17, the politics of the 20th century. Number 18, the social transformations in the 20th century. You can see that these are people that should not be already in power. Àrùnjẹjẹ, àríná, àwa tá tí exist as far back as the 9th century. Ẹ wo bí tá wà lẹ́nu. And rather than us to focus on that, they are using all kind of other distractions to divert the minds of the people. mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí 2:38 a.m. 21st April 2025 Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. Towards Yoruba self-determination. Again, this was put together. I have done this before. We have done a lot about it on many of my videos if you go and look for it. But I'll do it again tonight, even if I can't complete it. It's 35 pages. Gbogbo bí tí mo ti ń kàn kọ́ ẹ lọ sórí koikimedia.com. Ìyẹn tún yàtọ̀ sí ilé ìlàkọ́kọ́ ń lò bọ̀ kó tó di pé àwa clear Koikimedia International News. Ìyẹn wà fún full article of Yoruba Nation, international news and local news. But tẹ́ bá lọ sórí koikimedia.com, you will find every information you need nípa ìrìn àjò yìí. And the title of this one I'm about to read stated like this: Towards Yoruba self-determination. So when àwọn kan bá ní Baba Akintoye prepare what will lead to Yoruba nation, gbogbo nǹkan sọ yẹn rọ ni. There are people that are disgruntled, mo ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, àwọn tí wọ́n ní kankan ṣe ju pé wọ́n kàn fi tako the leadership of this man. Tọ́dẹ̀ wá fẹ́ lo Ìgbòho as another area láti fẹ́ fi attack Baba Akintoye. And we have stood our ground láti prove pé in tí Baba Akintoye ń ṣe is the right direction as against in tí Tinubu ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, because Tinubu will not achieve anything for Yoruba people. He's another selfish individual for himself and his cronies. Kò ní interest ọmọ Yorùbá kankan nínú. Let's read further. Towards Yoruba self-determination. Ẹni tó bá need copy gbogbo tí mò ń kà yìí, tẹ́ bá lọ sórí website mi koikimedia.com. Spend 1 hour níbẹ̀, gbogbo tẹ́ ń fẹ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ mọ̀ nípa Yoruba nation ó wà níbẹ̀. Koikimedia.com, www.koikimedia.com. Ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ máa kà, ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ máa download ẹ̀, even up to ibi tí bàbá yẹn tí kò láwọn dé, ó ṣe ìwé yẹn ní PDF fáǹfààní wọ tó lè ní £100. Torí kò ṣe gbogbo ala ní £100. Bí mi kan bá £100 nísìn, mo mọ̀ tí máa fi ṣe. Mo dúpẹ́ fáwọn tó ra copy fèmí torí mi ò lè dára. Yoruba nation chooses the noble path to its noble goal. What is our noble path? Kadaduro. What is our noble goal? I retain gbogbo our lost glory. Kò sí bó ṣe lè ṣe nínú Nigeria, you cannot regain your lost glory. Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́ o, mo ti kọ́lé, okay. I hope ẹni tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ilé tiẹ̀ kò ní problem tó lè affect ilé tiẹ̀. We saw it. The building collapsed in Lagos State. That building now has affected other buildings. Building mi nísìn tí kò ṣe pé òun ló collapse, ó máa ti shake díẹ̀, ó gbọ́dọ̀ dálé yẹn wó. That is part of the problem. This particular one is the manual. Kò sí nǹkan tí yàn rà láyé tí kò ní manual. I'm just looking at 2 items here. Méjèèjì yìí ní manual. Kódà tó bá ra nǹkan second hand, tó bá jẹ́ pé ibi tó ti rà, ẹni tó keep manual, which we do on eBay. I buy a lot of things on eBay. you are likely to buy a second-hand product and it still has a manual. Kí ni reason tó ṣe manual? Kí ni reason tí manual ṣe wà nínú something that is brand new, most especially? So when people are coming out to say Baba Akintoye kò ní direction, I just laugh because they are disgruntled people. They are just trying everything to discredit Baba Akintoye because àwọn ò lè achieve it. Kódà bóyá iná lẹ mú Baba Akintoye wá pé kó wá máa ṣe Yorùbá nation. Bóyá in tí Baba Akintoye fẹ́ ṣe genuinely kọ́lẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ ṣe, because a lot of you were also working indirectly against the movement. You could not bribe people like us. You cannot bribe Igboho. Neither can you bribe Baba Akintoye. You cannot bribe at least some of our other medias as well. I can still only speak for myself. You cannot bribe me. No, if you bribe me. That's why I said that you should be careful if you are going to be the one that wants to derail this movement. Movement yi, only a lot of people that are pained. Àwọn tó ń dáwó gan kò convenient fún wọn. Àwọn tó ń ṣàìsùn kò convenient fún wọn. Àwọn tó ń gbọ́ kò convenient fún wọn. We all just want to leave Nigeria so that we can have a peaceful life ahead. Mo wo movie kan mo ṣe parí ẹ̀ ni. I can't remember the name, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get the name. But just the highlight of it is that these are children that can easily leave UK and travel to another country because we are restricted. I don't think some of you know what it means that we are citizens of Nigeria, but we are restricted to many other economy to help us to grow. Because if truly tó bá yẹ pé Nigeria tó ń sọ fún wa yẹn is a giant of Africa, àwa tá jẹ́ ọmọ Nigeria ó jẹ́ ká ní access sí market. Okay, the market mo fẹ́ sọ. And what I mean by market, oníkankan tó fẹ́ sáré lọ ṣe ní UK, ó yẹ kó dé Australia, gbága kòkò ra ticket kó máa lọ. Ó yẹ kí n cross sí Argentina, ó dà pọ́n àwọn màálù kan wà ní Argentina yẹn tí yàn bá débẹ̀. Bàbá wo lọ́wọ́ sọ pé yàn máa rí màálù tó dá ń bẹ̀ kí sáré lọ síbẹ̀. Ó dà pé tí bá gba Turkey wọlé padà mo lè rí àwọn feed tí mo lè wá grow ní. You don't have access to any market. Your life have been restricted within Nigeria. Kódà, to access African market is difficult for you. Lè pa ìgìrì lọ sí South Africa nísì. I don't think some of you knows the pain that the Nigeria that they're calling us does not make any valid reasons outside Nigeria. Because as a Nigerian, you are as useless as tissue paper. This is a tissue paper. Tí ó bá mi dé láti UK. The quality of this tissue paper also do many things tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú Nigeria lọ lẹ́nu. Because if I fold this now, tí bá fi mẹ́nu ní, mo fi ṣe kọ́kọ́ ní, mo sì lè tún lò again. But you cannot use a lot of things in Nigeria again because it's useless. Eléyìí ò useless nísìn. Mo ti fold ẹ̀ nísìn, tí bá tún náà padà nísìn òun lélẹ̀. Ṣẹ̀rí pé kò já, even though baby ṣe, ìṣòro mo fi force já ni. So when we are telling you that you have been told lies for many years, for many decades, do you know what it means to have access to mining market? Mechanic nìyẹn, o gbọ́dọ̀ lè ní access sí gbogbo market lágbàáyé. Kí lẹ rò pé Donald Trump ṣe ń bá gbogbo àgbáyé jà lẹ́nu nísìn? Pé ẹ gbé gbogbo businesses yín, ẹ̀yin ló ń produce ẹ̀ níta, ẹ wá ń gbé wá fáwa, àwa wá di consumer. It doesn't work like that. Àgbé tariff lẹ́yìn. Because ó fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó máa favour aráàlú, even though ó ní impact fún global world lẹ́nu nísìn. So you as a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, in that contraction, ní access sí market kankan ju pé o kàn sùn, o ń jí, not even the closest border to you. Ó lè pàgìrì wọ Benin nísìn, kó má harass any border as a Yoruba man. Ó lè pàgìrì gbòǹgbò ní Benin Republic nísìn. Yes, in every border around the world, they are meant to do stop and search, but you will be treated as an animal. Whereas níbi tèmi ń gbé, animals are treated as vulnerable humans. Even though wọ́n kì í ṣèyàn, ẹranko ni wọ́n, but wọ́n sì feel pé they are humans. You cannot hurt the feelings of an animal. Gbogbo alárí footballer tó kíkì ológbò tí kò mọ̀ kàn rìkọ́dé wọn. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ endorsement kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ bàtà ayé ẹ̀jẹ̀, lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ wọ́n gbé lọ sí court. Gbogbo kíkì ológbò, and the same ológbò ni wọ́n wá pa nínú ilé Ìgbòho, because lọ́kàn wa ibẹ̀ lágbára ẹ̀ wà, nítorí pé wọ́n ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ rí pé ibi tágbára mi wà nìyẹn o. So definitely somebody within the house knew that information, because èmi mẹ́tẹ́ lóye sọ fún ẹni ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹni ẹ̀dẹ̀ dalẹ̀ olóyè, ó lọ sọ síta pé ẹ bá ti wọnú ilé ẹ̀ ó láwọn ológbò, ẹ kọ́kọ́ pa àwọn ológbò yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Ìyẹn ló ṣe gbé babaláwo tẹ̀lé, irú babaláwo nìyẹn tó tẹ̀lé àwọn Fúlàní tó fi pa Ìgbòho sílé, because the intention was to kill him. So when people are saying that Baba Akintoye ò ní manual, má kà fún yín lálẹ́ yìí, kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́. Orí kan ní Koikimedia ni voice ti ń jáde. Towards Yoruba self-determination, Yoruba nation chooses the noble path to its noble goal. A manual of the Yoruba self-determination struggle for all Yoruba self-determination advocates, nílé àti ní diaspora, Professor Adebanji Akintoye. Introduction. The following is a guide or manual for the use of all Yoruba patriots engaged in the struggle for Yoruba self-determination. Wọ́n ti fún wa ní direction, wọ́n ti fún wa ní guideline. Ó wá kù sí ẹni tó ń promote Yoruba nation. Kò dẹ̀ ṣàwátà ń ṣe media nìkan, including ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa. You need to have something like this so that àwọn tó bá ń béèrè these flimsy questions, you can be able to answer them and say, this is the solution. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Mo ń bọ̀. Kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. This guideline is what every one of us should have used to present Yoruba to the outside world and the inside. I did at least continuously. Kò sẹ́ni tó bá nóhùn gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi rí pé mo lo this particular guideline láti fi ṣe program, láti fi ṣàlàyé, láti fi ṣe discussion. But just for the benefit of a refresher, we go with it again and see how far I can go. Aago mẹ́ta òru ló ṣe fẹ́ lù lọ́dọ̀ wa. Same time in Yoruba land, same time in the United Kingdom. The following is a guide or manual for the use of Yoruba patriots engaged in the struggle for Yoruba self-determination. It supplies to all supporters of the self-determination struggle the kind of information that they will need to prosecute the struggle and supply guide to the struggle strategies and method. Ó clear rẹ̀, ó wà straightforward, kò sí àní-àní níbẹ̀. Information yẹn ni pé a máa lè lò láti lè fi engage ẹni tó yé àtẹni tó yé pé Yorùbá fi dá dúró. Yes, kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló yé, but tó bá ti ní guideline yìí lọ́wọ́, it will be very easy for people to understand. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Though this manual was motivated in the context of one main organization, and that is Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà. Having Ìfẹ́lódùn, which is Baba wa Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho, one of his own reason to have a group is also to say to the world that òun kì í ṣe ẹni tẹ́ ń rò pé òun, because many people don't know who he is. So the more people can support that Ìfẹ́lódùn, it does not stop the agenda of Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà that belongs to Baba Akintoye. Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà was one organization that came out of Yoruba World Congress. The YSDM is the body that serves every organization to make sure that we work in hand with the vision of the movement. So when you look at the YSDM and what it means, according to the movement today, the YSDM that stands for Yoruba self-determination. Tabalowo, what it stands for. The sovereignty for the Yoruba nation, following the resolve of many Yoruba to have our independent nation. Now, let's look at it from this point. Àwọn kan náà wọ́n ní wà pẹ̀lú Baba Akintoye. Tí Gani Adams bá náà ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation yẹn fún wa. Tí kò bá fi sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú Baba Akintoye, ká jẹ́ one block, ká move together. He doesn't want Baba Akintoye, he doesn't want Igboho, but òun náà máa sọ pé òun ṣe Yorùbá nation, even though his own Yorùbá nation is not very clear. But we know that our group kan wà tó ń pè ní the Yoruba One Voice or something like that. And now and the global directorate, Mama tó wà behind it. There was nothing called global directorate until Baba Akintoye vision of Yoruba nation jáde. Àwọn náà ṣe tiwọn. So when we have all these different groups that they are doing fantastic, kí ni end game tiwọn? Báwo ló ṣe máa achieve Yoruba nation fún wa? Ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń wà involved in those groups, ṣé tọ́ba ni gbogbo agbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe differently? Okay, kí ni end game ẹ̀? Báwo la ṣe fi achieve ẹ̀? Because ọ̀tọ̀ nípa máa sọ pé à ń ṣe meeting, à ń ṣe this, báwo la ṣe fi achieve ẹ̀? If we do not have the manual and the guide, yes, there's nothing wrong if we have many groups, but how will all these groups, instead of all these groups, kó wà lódindi, ó ti wà lódindi tẹ́lẹ̀, Dúpọ̀ ní tìrìdé, òun slash ẹ̀sẹ̀ méjì. Àṣírí àwọn kan tó ṣì ń sọ fún wa pé àṣà today o, in tí Dúpẹ́ gbé dání, òun lọ́nà àbáyọ. Àwọn kan ní àwọn believe in Baba Akintoye because àwọn ọmọ ibi tí Baba Akintoye ń kó wọn lọ. Even though evidence is show pé we are on the right track. We are coming out of a country that has been in existence one way or the other for more than bloody 65 years. Owó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn tá a fẹ́ bá fa wàhálà yìí. Gbogbo nǹkan wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Is a government that is already functioning. Tó bá jẹ́ pé regional government là ń bá lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀, àwa fẹ́ pull out kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Á jẹ́ pé àwa náà ti ní control of the army, the police, and all other security that we can then take and push out of Nigeria and say, kò ní dá fún Nigeria. But today, nígbà tí Tinubu débẹ̀, wọ́n sá, a máa ní state police, fàbúrí gbogbo yẹn. Because, wọ́n máa fún yín, Tinubu máa fún wa ní restructure, fàbúrí gbogbo yẹn. Tinubu ò ní second term kó tó fún ní restructure kí ló fẹ́ no tí kò bá ń ṣe pé ó fẹ́ fi jalè gé ni àti pé ó ní interior motives kí ló dé tí kò lè ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ kó ṣe within the first year? Why does it, if truly he wants to pull Nigeria to be restructured, why does he need a second term? So definitely he has no intention to give us a restructure, neither is he going to give you a self-determination. Ṣé òun la máa wá gbàgbọ́ bí mo ṣe program láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ ọ̀ bàbá Akíntóyè èwo náà àwọn méjèèjì? So we should stop playing with the minds of the Yoruba people. Àti níyàn tó ń fún wa ní the directive, the direction. Ẹ tún ṣe fi máa divert mind wọn pé ká lọ dúró kí Ṣèyí Mákindé kó support Yorùbá nation. Ta ni Ṣèyí Mákindé? Privilege ló ní ló fi di governor now. Most of them are privileged. Privilege ni. Tàbá dẹ̀ sọ pé Ṣèyí Mákindé ò lè ní òun ò mọ Ìgbòho dáadáa. Ẹ lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ Ṣèyí Mákindé. Picture Ṣèyí Mákindé àti Ìgbòho ó wà ní pálọ̀ ẹ̀. Èmi rí kò ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún mi. Tẹ bá rí Ṣèyí Mákindé ẹ̀ lè dá mọ̀ gan sẹ̀. Tẹ bá rí ẹ̀ lè dá mọ̀. Kò dẹ̀ lè sọ pé wọn ò mọ ti Sunday Ìgbòho. Ṣe bí privilege táwọn ti Sunday Igboho bá ní kò lè débẹ̀ níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn tí gbogbo ń ṣe politics wọ́n bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kó náà máa di governor. Ìgbòho ni wọ́n mọ̀ dáadáa. Ìwọ tó ò mọ Ìgbòho ló ṣe ń dá ọ̀tẹ̀ ni. Àwọn tó jẹ́ olóṣèlú Tinubu mọ ìtàn pè ní Ìgbòho. Wọ́n lè determine capability ẹ̀ délẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé in tó bá náà fẹ́ ṣe ó máa ṣe ẹ̀ lè dá dúró. But ó ní ìdìrànlọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká lè fún ní support yẹn kó má dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé Ìgbòho gangan ni the obstacle to the politician because Ìgbòho kọ́ ló náà fẹ́ Yorùbá nation àwálá ṣé Ìgbòho ló náà fẹ́ Ìgbòho tó níwèé tó lọ́mọ tó ń gbé ní Canada tó ń gbé ní Germany táwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣe dáadáa so kí wá ní problem ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Yorùbá nation but ó ní òun fẹ́ kí ìran òun jìyà mọ́. Do you think we bought him over from the politicians, as some of you have said? Yes. Tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ fún lóṣèlú rí, ó dẹ̀ náà ò ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọmọ because òun rí pé wọ́n yàn wá jẹ. Ṣé wọ́n yàn wá jẹ? No, ṣé olóṣèlú yàn wá jẹ? So stop presenting something else to the Yoruba people. Àwa Yorùbá ti determine sí pé ọ̀nà tó kù ní sí ni pé self-determination. Ẹ má confuse wa pẹ̀lú any nasty information kankan pé tá bá lọ starba tí ọba kan ọba endorse Yorùbá nation a lè gba country yẹn. Ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mùgọ̀ nìyẹn o. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà yìí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọlúàbí ò sí nínú ẹ̀ o. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọlúàbí tẹ̀yìn sì ń sọ yẹn kẹ́yà ẹlọ́dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ ẹlọ́dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún Aláàfin. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ sọ fún àwọn méjèèjì kó lọ sọ́dọ̀ Charles kó lọ sọ fún Charles pé èyí tájọ ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà ti tó táwọn méjèèjì ò bá lọ ṣe yẹn ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ rally wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kíyàn kankan dá wa dúró mo sọ. The new Aláàfin should call King Charles kó pe Charles sí palace pé òun fi wá rí kọ́dẹ̀ mú Ọọ̀ni dání káwọn méjèèjì rìnrìn àjò lọ sí UK kọ́dẹ̀ lọ sọ fún Charles pé adúpẹ́ o àmọ́lóore o èyí tájọ ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà ti tó tí àwọn méjèèjì ò bá gbégbèsè yẹn tí Yorùbá nation rally máa fi jáde wọn ní any right kankan mọ́ láti sọ fún wa pé kí Yorùbá nation kó má dá dúró right yẹn ti kúrò lọ́wọ́ tiwọn tá bá gba country àgbé right yẹn lé wọ́n lọ́wọ́ padà á jẹ́ pé wọ́n mọ value ìtọ́gbédá nínú yẹn táwọn bá mọ value ẹ̀ ni ó yẹ kó ti ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ especially Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. The late Aláàfin regretted a lot of things. Mo ní sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín nísìnyí tá bá gba country tán ẹ̀ máa kà ní òwe mi a lot of things he regretted. Àwọn ìlànà máa dúró dè mò ń bọ̀. Let's go back a little bit more to the manual. Though this manual was motivated through Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà, very importantly, it is a base on the fundamental character of the Yoruba nation as a civilization building nation, a nation with goodwill and hospitality towards all other nationalities. Ìyẹn la ṣe wà nínú wàhálà tá a wà nínú ẹ̀. A ti wà too hospitality jù. Òun ló ṣe ìdènà fún gbogbo wa lénìí. That hospitality wa pé ẹ̀yin ẹ sùn sórí bed kémi lọ sùn sí pálọ̀. Òun ló jẹ́ àkóbá àdábá fún wa lénìí. It is also based on the humble and sincere obedience of all persons working for Yoruba self-determination. We have been very humble. It does not matter what the presentation looks like to you. The Yoruba people that have been campaigning have been extremely humble. Ó yẹ ká ti dànkọrú gan, ó yẹ ká ti bànkan jẹ́ gan. But we have been very humble. Ó ṣe pé ẹ̀yin tí à ń wò lọ́nkàn yẹn, ẹ̀rù yín bà wá. Ẹ̀rù yín ò bà wá mọ́. Ẹ̀rù anybody ní kò bà wá mọ́. Ẹ̀rù yín kò bà wá mọ́. Bóyá tẹ́lẹ̀ o, ẹ̀rù yín ò bà wá mọ́, including the military or any security personnel. Ẹ ti disrespect Yorùbá ju pé ká tún máa bẹ̀rù yín lọ mọ́. Ẹ ní any value. Bí wọ́n bá rí ọlọ́pàá London nísìn, kódà kò ní British passport tó bá sì dé London padà, wàá sì máa gbọ̀n. O mọ̀ why? Kò ń ṣe ọlọ́pàá ló ń gbọ́ fún, ó ń gbọ́ fún border agency torí pé bóyá nǹkan tó ń gbé bọ̀ bí ẹja ni bí ẹran ni wàá máa wò pé kọ́ má ní kó wá search lọ́gẹ̀jẹ̀. Ṣé mo parọ́? Ẹni tó gbé British passport dání, ṣé tẹ bá dé London padà, tẹ land àbí tẹ dé Manchester airport, tẹ dé Birmingham airport, tẹ kọjá tó di pé wá kọjá border force tó ní do you have anything to declare? Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nínú báàgì yín contraband kan wà nínú ẹ̀. This manual is also intended to provide the wide world the basic details of the Yoruba nation's reasons. Ẹ gbọ́ bí báyìí dáadáa. Wọ́n ní guideline yìí, manual yìí gangan, òun ló wà fún wide world. Kí ló ń pè ní wide world? Gbogbo àgbáyé. Amẹ́ríkà, Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ, kí ni reason tẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ lọ? Ó wà ní manual yìí. But nígbà tí ọmọ Yorùbá kò lè think straight, wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ gbogbo wa látòkè délẹ̀, wọ́n ti gba oríṣiríṣi kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa. This manual is also intended to provide to the wide world the basic details of the Yoruba nation's reasons, ìdí pàtàkì, for now seeking to assert its self-determination and sovereignty separate from Nigeria. This program will not go further more than probably less than another 1 hour. Mo fẹ́ kó tó 2 hours so that I can go to bed as well. So let me move swiftly. Mo kí gbogbo yín wá, tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa, àtẹ̀yìntẹ́ máa gbọ́ voice note yìí. To separate from Nigeria, namely the Yoruba people devastating experience in Nigeria. How can we have experienced the worst case scenarios in life as Yoruba people? And ìwọ́de ló tún wá ń sọ fún wa pé ẹ̀ka manage Nigeria ká fi rí nǹkan tí Tinubu máa ṣe. Kí ni Tinubu ṣe nígbà tó wà níbi tó ti ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́? No, ṣé nǹkan tó ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo alágbẹ́rẹ́ fìtẹ̀? Stop telling yourself lies and stop living in denial. Yoruba people are still experiencing, as I speak tonight, many Yoruba people have gone to bed in darkness, miserable, tired, frustrated, and they are losing hope more than yesterday. Koiki irọ́ ni o, tá bá dé Nàìjíríà wọ́n ṣe fàájì lọ, irọ́ ni o. Ẹni tó mọtí yẹn tó bá ní slight issue pẹ̀lú health ẹ̀ mọ̀ pọ́tí tó mu yẹn àgbákò ló ṣe fún lára ẹ̀. Àwọn tó mọtí nílùú òyìnbó nísìn tí kidney wọn bá fail nísìn wọ́n á gbé wọn sórí waiting list tọ́lọ́n bá wọn ṣe tó bá rí kidney ẹlòmíì fi sí ó lọ nìyẹn. Kí ni ìwọ máa ṣe tó bá ní health issues nínú Nàìjíríà? Máa jẹ́ kó máa fúlẹ̀ pé tó bá délé kó gbé ẹ lọ sí beer parlour kó ní kó jẹ pepper soup kó jẹ́ kó rí ẹ̀wú dáadáa kó mọtí lé lórí. Ẹni tẹ́jọ́ jẹ pepper soup yẹn tó bá ti gba American passport ẹ̀ ayé sùn ó lọ ń tiẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tó bá sick pẹ́rẹ́ ó lọ treat ara ẹ̀ lamẹ́ríkà nìyẹn. Tí wọ́n bá sick á send 100,000 ṣe kọ́ ló ń jẹ́ 100,000 kó sùn. Stop living in denial. You can live a life fullest and have a government to treat you in case of any emergency. That is what a Yoruba country stands for. Let me take that back one more time. This manual is also intended to provide to the wide world the basic details of the Yoruba nation's reason for now seeking to assert its self-determination and sovereignty separate from Nigeria, namely the Yoruba people's devastating experience in Nigeria, the progressive and now almost total destruction of democracy in Nigeria. Nígbà tí bàbá kọ TikTok manual, that was around 2020. Àìtẹ́ tí mo pé democracy máa tún wá worst under Tinubu. Ta ló lè sọ pé Tinubu máa yọ sitting governor tí wọ́n dìbò fún àfi military Syria, and you are saying you have a democracy? So it's like pé Tinubu tún take it sí another level. By the time tó bá wá ṣe tán tó dá padà sí north, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kó declare gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá as emergency and put a military Fulani man there. Ẹ wá máa sọ pé ọmọkùnrin ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń pariwo àfìgbà ká jẹ́ kó padà lọ London tó rẹ̀ sọ kó máa padà lọ London. Irú ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn fẹ́ àbí? Ẹ fẹ́ frustrate wa, ẹ rò pé máa sú wa, ẹ rò pé tẹ bá ń sọ gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní meanings irú àwa ó máa báyá olúkálùkù ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá ní sọyìn kalẹ̀. Ẹ̀ ń tanra yín. That is what you expected. Because if Tinubu can prove that he can remove a sitting governor, the next president, gbogbo governor ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wá yọ tán. Any slight issue tó bá wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n tẹ̀ bí wá dá kájáde ká náà fẹ́ ṣe Yorùbá nation campaign nígbà yẹn. Wọ́n á kọ̀ yọ governor yẹn ni. Ìyẹn ló máa easy fún wọn. Tó bá ti yọ governor, wọ́n á kọ̀ fi Fúlàní máa kan síbẹ̀ ni, ó tán. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ ló máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ fún 6 months. From 6 months, wọ́n á extend it. Àwọn lọ nìyẹn. Ẹ lose state yẹn fún Fúlàní nìyẹn. À ń sọ fún àyẹn tẹ́ ń sọ pé politics, ọ̀rọ̀ politics kọ́ lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Ó ju politics lọ. Ẹ má involve ẹ pẹ̀lú politics. The total destruction of democracy in Nigeria, the primitive and blood-curdling agenda of ethnic cleansing and genocide in Nigeria. Tí bá ní kí tún máa tẹnu bọ̀rọ̀ genocide yẹn àti ethnic cleansing. Àwọn kan ṣì agree pé kò tí ì sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ ethnic cleansing. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó rí o, but I can tell you it's already operating within Nigeria. The constant human brutalization now, these are the reasons. Ṣé mọ̀ pé bàbá ti present fún gbogbo àgbáyé báyìí pé ara ìyẹn mo ṣe máa ń sọ fún yín ní gbogbo wa pé Fúlàní ní kọ́kọ́ ni agenda tá a ṣe fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ó pọ̀ ju Fúlàní lọ. There are many reasons. Kò sí democracy, genocide, ethnic cleansing, ó di mẹ́ta, constant human brutalization. Let me explain what that means. Kò sí nǹkan tó lè fún yàn ní mental torture as ọmọ Yorùbá ni pé ọlọ́pàá dẹ̀ dúró nísìn ó ní right, but kò ní right láti wọnú fóònù ẹ̀ until tó bá gba court judgment. Á wá wọnú fóònù ẹ̀ yẹn, á wá rí i pé nọ́mbà kan kọ́ text ẹ̀ lórí WhatsApp ó wá ní Koiki UK, ó wá náà ṣe yahoo yahoo. Ìwọ tó ṣe ń struggle pé kò ní access sí market ní UK, kó tẹ̀ ní òyìnbó kan tẹ́jọ́ máa tajà, tẹ́jọ́ máa rajà, tẹ́jọ́ máa ṣòwò, right there and there. Ọlọ́pàá yẹn wà educated torí kò dá kọ́kọ́ mọ̀, kò bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni, kò bá jẹ́ ọmọ Igbo ni, àbí Fúlàní ni. And this is a brutalization of humans. Kò sí bó ṣe lè jẹ́ criminal tó ní UK. Fóònù tó gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yẹn, ọlọ́pàá ní access lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ gbà because ọlọ́pàá yẹn mọ law pé lóòótọ́ wọ́n need information lára fóònù yẹn, but ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ gba court judgment. Many of you have been brutalized that ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ máa think fúnra yín mọ́. We have to think on your behalf. Yoruba nation must, will, shall be finally declared out of that shithole country, with or without our Obas. Toba endorse, it will be a bonus. Toba endorse, so be it. I will not disrespect the Obas. I will leave it like that. Pains. Ṣé tẹ̀rí pain yẹn tí Nàìjíríà ti create fún gbogbo wa? Olúkálùkù ló lè sọ tiẹ̀ ni. Mo Mr. Koiki, mo dẹ̀ ṣe training kan nísìnyí, mo ní ìdòwò. Ṣé mi ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì? Ṣé báǹkì ni mí? Okay, tí ta bá ti rí káwọn èèyàn dáwó, sọ̀tọ́ bá dáwó yẹn nísìn, wọ́n sọ fún yín pé billions of naira ló kó lé mi lọ́wọ́, or millions. Yes, people are donating. More than 260,000 sí mi lálẹ́. Tọ́lẹ̀ ní kí má dárúkọ àwọn. But wọ́n ní kí má fi ṣe charity. Platform yìí ò ń ṣe charity organization. Tó bá ń wá charity organization, wà wá Kòkó Foundation lọ, ọkọ lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ọ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, Oríyọmí Hamzat. Àbí kẹ́ lọ wá Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́. Ìjàngbara lèmi gbé dání, charity làwọn ń ṣe, àjọpàdé lókè. Káwo èèyàn mélòó ló lè ràn lọ́wọ́ tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì bá ń ṣiṣẹ́, wà ní access fund lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Owó tó ń pa lórí ilẹ̀ níbo lọ àwọn kó sí? Many of you are talented, but need the final part to take that talent to the next stage. Ìyẹn la ṣe sọ pé tá bá gba country, this country will nourish and so money tá bá gba country, government wa gbọ́dọ̀ fún wa ní 1 year free internet access. Ọdẹ gbé laptop lé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ kọ́ ní ẹ̀tẹ̀ máa perform miracle káfíìrì. Ẹ wá lóríṣiríṣi proposal táwọn èèyàn máa jù síta. Ìbẹ̀lẹ̀ ti máa rí pé yes, Elédùmarè dá wa dáadáa. Àdánwò tí Britain gbélé wa lọ́wọ́ òun la gbọ́dọ̀ destroy, and that destruction is Nigeria. A gbọ́dọ̀ damage it to the end. Ìyẹn lẹ wá ní pé ká dúró káwọn ọba kan kọ́ṣẹ́ wa endorse. Mo ń try láti bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó máa lọ dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ òdì. And like I said, I love my mom so much. If otherwise, èpè gan ló máa lọ́jọ́ ló máa dé palace gan ṣẹ̀ ní lálẹ́ yìí. Èpè ni màmá ránṣẹ́ sí wọn nínú palace. One bastard. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó ń dùn wá lọ́kàn yẹn sọ pé ká lọ sọ fọ́ba. Ṣé máa parí program yẹn? Idiot all over the place. Ṣé ọba ò rí pé pain la wà nínú ẹ̀ láti joy? Ṣé àwọn díjú kọ́kọ́ kẹlẹ̀bẹ̀ sójú? Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wà nínú pain on a daily basis. Wọ́n rí kankan sọ sí. Àwa ní pé ká gbára wa sílẹ̀, èèyàn kan máa ṣe ń sọ pé tí sọ fún ọba o, ẹ lọ sọ fún àwọn ọba o. À ń bọ̀, a ti dé tán, a máa sọ fún àwọn ọba. One bastard all over the place. Death, àbúrò àlùkà, 2025 ó ti lọ. Màá tẹ̀ bèrè lọ́wọ́ àlùkà lọ́la nísìnyí tílẹ̀ bá mọ́ pé ṣó fọmọ́lẹ̀, tó bá tún fọmọ́lẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí pé awó lọ nìyẹn. Òmìn tó kú àlùkà, àbúrò ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó wà ní building tó collapse, àbúrò ìyàwó ẹ̀ wá bí ẹ ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Tó bá ń ṣe pé lórí burúkú ọ̀gá òfò, wọn nígbà tí building yẹn shake, àwọn ọmọ yẹn sá jáde, ọ̀gá olórí burúkú tó yẹ kó kú sínú ilé pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yẹn, wọn ló lé àwọn ọmọ yẹn padà wọnú ilé pé kẹ́ẹ̀ padà ara ń tàn sọ náà nìyẹn. Ara brutalization láàrin ara wa. Wọ́n brutalize gbogbo lẹ̀ tẹ́ra, èyí tẹ́ ń wò mí, ìbẹ̀rù ìlú wọn náà rà lẹ̀. Ìbọn ti brutalize yín, wọ́n talẹ̀ fún yín ọmọ nílẹ̀ kó tó àní Yorùbá gọbẹ̀ wọ́n bí ọmọ nílẹ̀ náà dá ẹ̀wọ̀n ló máa kú sí ẹ̀wọ̀n ló máa kú sí wàá talẹ̀ wàá tún máa lọ oppress àwọn èèyàn lórí ilẹ̀ láàrin ara wa nìyẹn àwa ní Fúlàní náà tí àwa gan brutalize ara wa ìbíyẹn ló ń pè níyàn jẹ ká máa yanra wa jẹ many cases in the last 5 years tó lóye ti dá sí tá lè máa sọ lórí social media ojoojúmọ́ ni àṣà àná èèyàn kan sì pè mí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀ralẹ̀ tàbá ní government tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo ilẹ̀ tó fi tà gan kò ti níwà computerized kó tó talẹ̀ wà lọ sí land and registry ilẹ̀ ta fẹ́ rà yìí ibo ló wà ó yá ẹgbẹ́ máàpù jáde lórí internet gbára gbùrùgbára ó ti rà á orúkọ ẹ Ọláyọmí Kóìkì impute gbàgà ọmọ nílẹ̀ bá ti dé ẹ̀wọ̀n ló ń lọ nìyẹn torí ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́ fẹ́ talẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ kó o fẹ́ talẹ̀ má gbélẹ̀ síta nígbà táwọn èèyàn ti ralẹ̀ o tún wá ń disturb wọn ẹ̀wọ̀n ló ń lọ nìyẹn a máa fi ẹ́ sẹ́wọ̀n a sì máa fi ẹ́ síta padà bò wá kọ́kọ́ lọ sẹ́wọ̀n àwa tún gbé lọ sí psychiatric hospital torí orí ò pé ni torí ẹ̀ bá pé ni ò ní ṣerú ẹ̀ bọ̀ nígbà tó yẹ pé brutalization yẹn I like ká máa yanra wa jẹ intimidation ẹni tó bá ti jẹun kánú báyìí á máa intimidate àwọn tó kù and you want people like us to come and live in that country again after 27 years táwa ti kúrò ní Nàìjíríà àwa gbé nínú nonsense yẹn àwa ò lè gbé láàrin yín bẹ́ẹ̀ o mo sorry gan tó bá comfortable fẹ́yìn kò comfortable fáwa diaspora tó bá náà wá sílé wá gbélé ó kàn ṣoṣù mélòó kan ló tún ya padà bó ṣọdún kan máa padà lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà láàrin ọdún kan gbọ́dọ̀ padà lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan because wọ́n lè stand the mental torture tó máa rí lójoojúmọ́ pains tó bá ti jáde báyìí ojoojúmọ́ máa rí pain lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kí ló dé. Death and regime of crime against humanity Dadiyati El-Rufai ó pa ni ó tọ́jú ẹ̀ síbí kan ni ó rùn ni kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ látara pé ó ń criticize the government ṣé Tinubu ò tí ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ nísìn the same Tinubu tó lóun ń jà against Abacha níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn tó jẹ́ pé kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe tán ó wá dẹni tó di president nísìn kọ́mà ti sọ̀rọ̀ méjì báyìí a ní kọ́ wá wọn rí kọ́ lọ jí wọn gbé wá kọ́ tí wọ́n mọ́lé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọ́n lo gbogbo agbára against aráàlú and altogether pulling out of Nigeria relentlessly down into utter barbarism tó bá mọ mí tó ń pè ní barbarism I can give you the Google translation. You will not want to be in such a country. Tó bá mọ tó ń pè ní barbarism. Let me give you the full meaning if I can find it. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. Barbarism. Pronunciation like this.
Barbarism.
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 Absent of culture and civilization, extremely cruelty and brutality. Tobani.
Barbarism.
It is often used to describe things that are cruel. Fulani ade gbori èèyàn sókè, ade tí ọ̀bẹ bọ̀, ade níbi similar, ade gbori yẹn. Wọ́n ní wọ́n yọ oyún ọmọ tó wà ní oyún wọ́n gún. I don't think some of you know what these people have done. Wọ́n ti ọ̀bẹ bọ ẹni tó lóyún wọ́n yọ oyún yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ gún lódó. Brutal. We are really joking with our lives. Àwa ń sọ pé life wa tí kò bá mátà fẹ́yìn ó mátà fún bàbá Akíntóyè ló ṣe ń jàjà yẹn. Barbaric is also used to describe things that involve people considered barbarism, people who are extremely cruel and uncivilized. Àwa tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ fún wa pé according to ìwé wọn tí mo ṣe fún yín ní background ẹ̀tàn nísìn pé a ti ń exist since 9th century as humans, as people, pé ìwòwò ọmọlúàbí a ti ń cover pẹ̀lú aṣọ tó ń ṣe wé kóyìnbó tó dé. Àwa wà láàrin àwọn tí kò wà civilized, àwọn tí tó yẹ pé civilization ti wọ́n ò fi jẹ́ kí civilization tó kó dé ọ̀dọ̀ wọn. Àwa ní ká ṣùgbọ́n wà pẹ̀lú wọn ká wá lọ campaign ní Kano torí pé a fẹ́ di president. Ṣèbí nǹkan tí Tinubu ń ṣe nìyẹn. Tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ni ọmọ ẹ lọ ń sunkún tó ní my dad is the best dad, kí ló kàn pẹ̀lú àwọn tó wà ní north, àwọn tó wà civilized. Nígbà táwọn yẹn náà máa dẹ sọ́tàn wọ́n ní ṣòròpọ̀ dẹ̀ ní wá ó ṣe jẹ́ ráìsì ló gbé wá bá wa ní bíbá ṣèbówó ni dáàdì ẹ̀ máa ń gbé wá ìwọ ò ṣe gbówó wá. Ẹ wo bí tí làákàyè ọmọ Tinubu tó dé ó lọ ń bá àwọn tó wà civilized. Ó kù díẹ̀ ànípẹ́ parí ẹ̀ because my time is almost up. A land of unimaginable, almost subhuman viciousness of man against man. Wá ṣe fíìsì náà ogun burúkú ló ń sà síra wọn. Ló ṣe báwọn politician UK náà ṣe ń ṣàgùn síra wọn ní àtàwọn Amẹ́ríkà. Ogun burúkú tó bá ní o fi ṣe politics ní Nàìjíríà o gbọ́dọ̀ lọ wá babaláwo tó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́. O dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ máa mọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ń lo ògùn ìgbà wa ṣe ń lo ìgúnfe tí babaláwo máa pè ìgúnfe tó máa pa pẹ́pẹ́yẹ ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn ló ń mú. Àwọn mọ̀ pé àwọn máa kúnjọ́ kan ibi tó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n àwọn ni káwọn lọ bòkú wọ̀ kíá. They are in darkness. You think that all these politicians are humans. Àwọn lè ń ṣe èèyàn mọ́. They are not humans. They are brutal, vicious, subhuman. Ẹranko ayé àtọ̀run ni gbogbo wọn, including Tinubu himself. A land in which humans violently take all substance. Cocaine ń lọ, Colorado ń lọ, Kolosi ń lọ, oríṣiríṣi drugs ló wá ń lọ nínú Nàìjíríà, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá especially. Wọ́n tẹ ìròyìn t'Ògùn state wọ́n ti fi kolos àti ògùn olóró wọ́n ti fi báyé àwọn ọmọ wa jẹ́. Ẹlòmíì tẹ́ bá ní tó bá ti jókòó báyìí ó ti fagbó lọ ti mọ tí yóò gbá ó ti mọ oríṣiríṣi kò mọ tó ń lọ láyé mọ́ kò lọ tó mọ Ọlọ́run mọ́. Ọmọlúàbí ti báyé ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ṣẹ́yìn ò mọ̀ pé tí international community máa fẹ́ nìyẹn kó destroy ayé èèyàn pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi drugs. Òun ló lórí burúkú Bill Gates ló ń ṣe. One of the worst things you can do to any country is to pump any kind of drugs into that country. Ẹ rí i pé ayé àwọn tó wà nílùú yẹn pátá kò ní lọ sókè kò ní lọ sílẹ̀ a máa fluctuate ní báyìí a máa fluctuate ní kò lọ sókè kò lọlẹ̀. Ìlú tí wọ́n bá ti inject drugs sínú country yẹn that is the end of that country. Just the last paragraph. Amaka itoku lola. God's will it all about fún wa ní strength. All hope and all life from other humans with casual abandon hour by hour. Àṣírí ọmọ kókó níjọ́ Saturday wọ́n jù sínú omi. Ọmọ tó bí wọ́n jù sínú omi. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé k'Ọlọ́run fún un lọ́mọ. Àwọn kan bímọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní Ìbàdàn wọ́n jù ẹlọ́wọ́ picture ẹlọ́wọ́ fídíò lórí Facebook lórí Twitter mi ẹ̀rí ń bẹ̀ a lè post ẹ̀ sórí Facebook wọ́n máa sọ pé community standard sórí Twitter nìkan la gbé sí. A land in which human blood is spilled continually into a swelling stream of human blood. I'm sure many of you know that human blood streams every day. Koiki like ogun Ọlọ́run jẹ́ arógun but every day blood is flowing. Wọ́n ti ń fẹ́ oríṣiríṣi síta, accident igbos wọ àwọn èèyàn tì, fẹ̀mí àwọn èèyàn ṣòfò. Tó bá ní fẹ̀mí àwọn èèyàn ṣòfò, Nàìjíríà ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Koiki Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí tèmi rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Òfin ìpàlùkà náà kì í gbàdúrà ni àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó fi dìgbà àbúrò ìyàwó kú sínú ilé, wọ́n ti sin lánàá nísìn, ó ti lọ. Kọ́nà bá foríjì kò tẹ̀ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Having evolved, ẹgbọ́n bìdà ibi tí bàbá Kító ti máa ń wọ́ndà pé having evolved, ọmọ tó ń pè ní evolve, àwa ta bá ìgbà dìde. Tó bá ní èèyàn bá ìgbà dìde and live a life of civilized culture for thousands of years, àwa dẹni òfò, ẹni àdánù. Ẹ má bínú pé mo lo statement yẹn. Àwa ń ra òkìrìkà wọ̀, ọmọ Yorùbá ń ra òkìrìkà, kò lè ráṣọ tuntun mọ́. À ń ra òkìrìkà, òun là ń wọ̀ ní bèsíà, ní pátá, ní boxers, ní jeans. Àwa gbé yẹn sára, àwa máa ṣe homeboy. Àwọn tó bá wá rí torí ó lè jà dáadáa, àwọn amara tuntun. Inú òfò àtàdánù yẹn la ní ká kúrò tó ń takò, torí ká kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ fún àwọn ọba náà. Àwọn ọba yẹn tó bá ń káàkiri, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ìbílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe rí pẹ̀lú gbogbo tí mo kà yìí. Àwọn ọ̀gbọ́n news, wọ́n ka pépà, wọ́n ọ̀rẹ́ ní ròyìn fún wọn. Bastard all over the place. Lẹ́ǹkan sí, having evolved and lived a life of civilized culture for thousands of years, tí Nàìjíríà ò tí yẹ sí, kò ní dá fún Nàìjíríà. Tó bá máa dìjà ní kó dìjà, tó bá fẹ́ dìjà ní kó dìjà, ẹ tó bá máa kú ní kó kú jàre, ẹ tó bá kú a máa ṣayé lọ, ẹ ní ṣoríire. Ẹ má yẹ fà sọ fún wa pé kò ní dìjà o. Ẹ sọ fún àwọn ọba yẹn pé kó endorse Yorùbá nation táwọn ọba fẹ́ kó dìjà. Thousands of years la fi gbé as a civilized people. Àwa ń gbé bí olóṣìlédè nísìn. Ọmọ Yorùbá wá sùn, ó máa jí láàárọ̀ nísìn, àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ sí school, èèyàn kan send message sí mi, ó ní mo lè máa pè ọdún yẹn fún yín. Ó ní kí là ń ṣe gbogbo rally fún, ó ní ká lọ blow gbogbo bridge, ká blow gbogbo bridge dànù. Ó ní gàrí lòun mú níjọ Sunday Easter. Tí wọ́n bá ráyè jẹ chicken, àwọn kan ráyè jẹ chicken. First of all, ó ní kí là ń fún Easter, ó ní ká blow gbogbo bridge, kí gbogbo ẹ̀ fọ́ dànù. That is how painful you have turned people into. Mo sọ fún yín pé èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mò ń bínú, àwọn tó bínú pọ̀. Tí àwọn yẹn bá ní explosive, wọ́n á blow gbogbo bridge dànù, kí ní kan wọ́n ní dúró de bàbá kí tó yè mọ́. Wọ́n ní access sí explosive ni. Tó bá ní explosive, wọ́n á blow gbogbo bridge yẹn dànù. That is the voice tone. And I'll tell you what I was telling back, mo ní no, gbogbo tá a bá máa ṣe, ó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn leaders wa. We will not go ahead and do anything stupid. I will not come here and tell you I am telling them to go and do anything. No, because we have a leadership. In tó bá ti mú mi máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní background, mo ti dalẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn, mo lè ti dalẹ̀ bàbá kí tó yé nìyẹn. But tó bá fi dídẹ́ mi, in tèmi náà máa ṣe nìyẹn. Tó bá fi dídẹ́ mi nìkan, in tí máa ṣe gangan nìyẹn. Ẹ ní ṣoríire. Idiot all over the place. I'll take that again. Having evolved and lived a life of civilized culture for thousands of years, a culture of tender respect for life. Ẹ̀mí jẹ́ nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé ó jẹ́ one of the most important things fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀mí yẹn ló wá ń ṣòfò, ó wá ju ọmọ òkókó, ara ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀fẹ́ anybody. Ọmọ òkókó ó jù sínú omi. Tó bá fẹ́ ọmọ yẹn mọ́, gbé lọ fún Oríyọmí Hamzat, I'm sure kó máa gbà lọ́wọ́ yín. Atọ́jú ẹ̀, ẹ gbé lọ fún anybody, wá gbà lọ́wọ́ yín. Kí ló lọ jù sómi fún? Ọmọ yẹn wá ń flow lórí omi báyìí, ó ti kú sórí omi. That is a life. Irú ìránṣẹ́ wo lọ́mọ yẹn fẹ́ jẹ́ fún rẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a mọ̀ nísìn? Ẹ wá force ẹ̀mí yẹn padà lọ. Ṣé ilẹ̀ dá ẹ̀mí yẹn ni? Ṣáwà tá àtẹ̀ ní respect for life, la máa ní respect for property, òun ni ilé ń dàwó lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. òun ni títì ń pààyàn lọ Lagos Expressway níjọ́ Friday òkú sùn lọ níbẹ̀ ni. For differences in human condition, circumstances, and the choice, and the foreign people of different culture and different tongues. And that is the manual. So tó bá ever gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ rí, ó lè lọ kà fún rẹ lórí koikimedia.com. Mo fẹ́ àsìkò yìí mo fi kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa pé ẹ ṣé gan tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ìkànnì wa láàárọ̀ yìí. Àjọṣe wa kò ní bàjẹ́. Yoruba nation, no going back. No retreat, no surrender. So that VN is ready and I'll push it out in just about a few minutes. Mumbo. Mokiyami First Bank, Mourinho tó jọ mẹ́ta, àkó ẹ̀kọ́ ra gbọ́ snip view díẹ̀ in tí ẹni ìfiránṣẹ́ sí mi.
Ẹyọ kan every day, every time. So one expect the different results. Every question, tó lè wà fún. Look at that. Mo jẹ́ kí n fi Arsenal Football Club as example. They keep doing the same thing. The same thing. Trust the process. The process. Trust the process. But the process can never give them Premier League because they are doing the same thing. The owner, they are not football lovers. They are just a businessman. So, ìjọ yẹn tí gbogbo wa bá ti mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọkùnrin kálukú máa fọkàn balẹ̀. A lè support Arsenal, but the owner, they are not football lovers. Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú Lawrence, kò sí nǹkan tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú profit. They are here to make dividends. Àwa náà lè máa ṣe the same process, the same, ká máa ṣe ní the same way, ká máa retí process, ká máa retí different results. Mr. Koiki, bàbá máa jáde, I think sometimes with that number, rally, let's bring those money together, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ blast àwọn bridge wọ̀nyí.
Ẹgbọ́n kan tó sọ, ó ní ká lọ blast gbogbo àwọn bridge yẹn. Can't blast all this bridge. Kí láà ń dúró fún? My reply back to him, only what is your opinion about the plan? Money, it is not about your opinion or mine. We are in good hands with our leaders, so we follow their plans. Thanks for your advice. They know better what you are to get. They know better how we are going to get to our destination. A lot of people out there are bitter. They are angry. They are frustrated. They are pained. And they are ready to do anything if only they have their hands in things that they can use. Tí wọ́n lè tọ́wọ́ wọn bá ba anything láti lò, wọ́n á destroy anything. And that is the reason why we are saying, rather than destroy anything, let us come out and prepare a full engagement for our total exit using the peaceful means, which is the rally. The rally will eventually lead to one thing or the other, and eventually will give us the access and the privilege to dialogue, engage, and have full access into an independent Yoruba country. It will not be a one-day show that will lead to that. It will have to be a determination láti gbogbo ọmọ Yoruba. And I pray it will be something that a lot of us would experience in our lifetime. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. Let me just I thought I'd put the write-up before I close my broadcast, but for now, all I can say is that the task is not yet finished. The work is not yet done. Yoruba nation is not yet a country, but Bugwale make a country if we all play our role. I am just playing my role, and that's all I'm doing. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa tí ẹ ti gbọ́ wa ní alẹ́ ní aago mẹ́ta àbọ̀. It's quite late already, and I need to also go now and find somewhere to sleep. I'm not sure why I didn't put a write-up, but I'm going to quickly do that so that kí mo lè wá close broadcasting. So tó bá tún di ìjọ Tuesday, we will have a prayer which we broadcast from the group called the GR1. We've decided for the first time in 3 years, allow the prayer to come on air. All you would have to do is just listen and say, Amen, Asher, Inshallah, whatever you believe in. The prayer will only last for 1 hour, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time, Yoruba time. The prayer will be led by Babawa Stephen Emmanuel, and others that also been part of the prayer group for the last 3 to 4 years. I have been part of the group as well. On the Saturday coming, there will be a summit. Moke Lati Japan, Eshigoni, all the way from Japan. Those are countries I would love to visit in my lifetime. Thank you so much watching all the way from Japan. Moki Bugbenyowa. Moke Oti won't donate. Some says we shouldn't mention their names and just leave it like that. So Tilebamo, I will be pushing more for them to go and buy more products that we are using, as we have already got some extra fund that has come into my account. So Tilebamo, Matuno, Colora, Mosi. Tabatira will continue to collate it. Tabatini, probably maybe 50, I can tell them to send it again to the YSDM that will take it off us under the leadership of Abakito Yatigbowo. You can also remember that donation to your Ewa Romeo, end of the month is coming. The YSDM portal is working, from what I am told, for donation. So you go on the YSDM website, which I am currently right now. Let me test it because I'm fully sure that one thing she shared. So you click on donate, you click on the currency. I will click on pound sterling. It will ask you, what do you want to donate for? Security, welfare, food bank, monthly 10. Let me say monthly 10. Then let me put the amount there. I'm just going to test it anyway. Then let me put my name, because my card is already registered on my laptop. So let me see if it's going to pick on that. It wants my email for receipt, because my card system is registered here. Now, I'm not in, let me put the country that he has to go with. I've tested it so that way, though I know they say it's working anyway. So I'm just trying to make a payment. I could make £5 donation. Is that my security code? Not too sure. All right, let's see. There might be authorization login anyway. Proceed to donate. So I'm making the payment now. Okay, it's gone through. Thanks for your donation to Yoruba Central account. You have successfully donated £5. And just for you to know that, what I'm going to do now, my snippet, only continue, I think, cut in color screen me. Because I made any. sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ fi rọ́ṣẹ̀ ti kọjá stage yẹn. So my screen jáde nísìn, my post ẹ̀ síta so that you can also see that I have made a payment. So màá fi ṣe background mi náà nísìn so that at least fídíò tí mo ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ yìí àwọn yẹn máa rí lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, àwọn tó wà lórí Facebook tí bá download ẹ̀ tí mo upload ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tó kù máa rí bọ̀ máa share screen mi tí mo record tí mo ṣe nísìn máa share síta. So I've been able to make £5 donation. So I'm sure you can see it. Let me bring it up a little bit. Up. So that is me there making a £5 donation. So I want to thank you so much. I'm sure they must have also sent me an email. Let me go and check my email. Probability work with email. So we want many people to do the same thing. I've received an email coming also straight from my email address at 3:44 a.m. Lawa within 21 unload Lawa. Internet in Europe and Africa is two different things. But when they buy human, when it what she send the donation to Yoruba Nation Central account. Koiki, your donation was successful. You made a donation of £5 to Yoruba Nation Central account from BJ Atlantic, and here is the reason you are donating today. Monthly Romeo 10. On behalf of the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement Finance Committee in charge of Yoruba Central account, we hereby acknowledge the receipt of your donation that was graciously received with thanks. Oduagbewa, and these are all the details. Let me screen so that at least I help me now. I encourage you now can share the same thing. So let me cut this as well. So I just imagine my post it and listen. So my change background me again so that I enter a lot of Facebook. I enter a lot of phone and because phone mo fi ṣe live mi bíbá ìbọn tó wà lórí Facebook laptop ni mo ń lò. So I'm relate because my change background me. But ẹ̀yin tó kù máa lọ post it síta so that just for you to see, so that we just encourage our people to do the same thing. So I'm gonna now post this out. So I dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n wà tó jẹ́ finance tó ń ṣiṣẹ́. So I'm posting this out so at least tàbá post ẹni tó wà lórí Facebook ẹni tó wà ń wo live ló máa understand nǹkan tá à ń ṣe nísìn, but at least ẹni tó bá wà lórí Facebook akọ́ máa rí posting it. So I'm doing that right now. So post the two together. So it was straightforward for abroad to make the donation. So I've just posted it now. You can verify it. I'm going to put it also on Twitter just for verification purpose, just to encourage somebody else. That's all. Nothing more than that. But at least just to test that it is working. So to difficult anybody on the shape. Into ba me the shape, ìyàwó tó bá jẹ́ 70 náà, èyí náà lè ṣe. So I've just lay your name lọ ní gbogbo wordings and so take this out. Mo kí gbogbo ènìyàn wa. Àwa náà la lè fund ẹ̀ fúnra wa. Olóṣèlú kankan lè fund it on our behalf. They are not interested in funding Yoruba Nation. Ṣé ló máa ní kẹ́ wá join ní olóṣèlú, which is not what we want. So I've done the posting just to evidence that I saw £5. So it is working. So that is about it. The mother if you saw the YouTube post wa náà, àwọn kan máa lọ ka story lórí YouTube post wa, so I'm gonna do that as well. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí On the 26th, there's a Yoruba summit that is coming up from 10 in the morning, I believe, or 11 till 5. It's going to be a fantastic one. Ó máa focus lórí rally, ó máa focus lórí reason tí a ṣe fẹ́ exit, ó dẹ̀ máa focus lórí insecurity. So ẹni tó bá lọ sórí YouTube post wa nísìn, ẹ rí pé mo ti post nǹkan tí mo sọ pé mo ṣe nísìn. Ó wà straightforward. We hope that Ọlọ́run gbogbo aláṣírí. Then again, the prayer section, like we said, is coming up on Tuesday from the GR1. Eléyìí yàtọ̀ sáwọn ti multi-faith. These ones are just a very small special group that have been praying continuously for Yoruba nation, Babakitoye, all the medias, including myself, and Oloye Igboho. So this prayer has been going on for, like, you know, in the last 4 years now. So they are going to have a special session that a lot of us will have the privilege to also listen and follow. So that one is coming up as well. The Tuesday. So that is about it. Mo kí gbogbo ẹlẹ́ǹkan sí àníṣe lásán àṣeyọrí la máa ṣe. Ohun wà pé káwọn ọba wa kí wọ́n wà involve kọ́ dá sí kí a lè jọ ṣe àṣeyọrí together. But tí ẹ bá ní a gbọ́dọ̀ dúró káwọn ọba dá sí ká tó gba country, ìyẹn àní lè dúró fún yẹn because time is really against us and we can no longer wait. We have waited for too long, and what we should be talking about is to pull out officially from Nigeria as quickly, as swiftly as possible. And I'm very sure that Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á tì wá lẹ́yìn. Ọlọ́run tó ní wá kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Happy Easter Monday as you continue to enjoy your holiday. Remember to continue to be vigilant and not forget that we are still in danger with the Fulani that are invading every part of Nigeria. Ashiyori Lamashimiki, brother, I'm in Dizima 123. Eshegon, thanks so much for staying tuned with me. I didn't expect to see many of you, but it seems that many of us are still very concerned and worried about the state of where Yoruba land is today. And on that note, God bless you all. Orayolamasuo, Asunjio, Gbogbo Apata, Lademadele Lerio. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, and this is Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. We just listen to our anthem to close it, and that way, when I come tomorrow, we start another conversation and another discussion again. Thank you so much. God bless you all. God bless the Biafra. God bless the Hausa. God bless Yoruba people. Orayolamasuo. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm also tired already. Good night. God bless you all. Bye for now.